Yes. Yeah. Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Whether the screen is
Yes, sir.
visible or not, right? Yes. Fine. So in the straight demonstration, just I was briefing you about why Python. Who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for learning Python? How it was built? Python real-time applications, Python usage, Python features, Python comparison with other programming, reasons why Python is suddenly super popular and the Python job market currently, and what is the scope of Python in the coming years. So just for 10 minutes, I'll just discuss what we have seen in the last session. So why Python? Say, I define Python in 5 lines. General purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop using Python, like automation applications, web applications, GUI applications, gaming applications, networking applications, desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python. It's a multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, all the features we see in Python. It's a high-level language. It's human understandable. It's portable and machine independent. Can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Interpreted language, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. So it's Python is a interpretation language which executes that code line by line. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. So yesterday I was just briefing you, right? There are two types of languages, low-level languages and high-level languages. Low-level languages like assembly level language or machine level language. These languages are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. High-level languages like Python are human understandable. They are portable. They can be carried and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. And Python has got procedural oriented programming features like C language, object oriented programming features like C++, Java, scripting features like shell script, and modular programming features like Modular 3. Because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. Hybrid language. So just like C, we can develop applications like C++, we can develop applications like Java, like Modular 3, like using scripting, many automation scripts we can write, right? Yes. So not see as part of our course, I'll be discussing procedural-oriented programming with Python, object-oriented programming with Python, scripting, and modular programming with Python. Okay. So Python, okay. So if we to go back like 2010, Java is mostly preferred with 43% usage in the industry, but Python just 3%. In 2020, see, the usage of Python has increased a lot to 31%. So Python is the #1 ranked programming language today. You can see in the Google, right? Yesterday I was showing you, I was opening Google and showing you popular coding language. I just typed in Google, you can see Python is the #1 ranked. Yes. And Python has got a great boom because of this modular programming. Thousands of modules, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environment. So it has got modules For data science, it has got separate modules. For big data environment, for networking environment, separate modules. For operating system, the name of the module itself is OS. For testing, for every database, Python provides a module to connect with the database. And for working with files, for Excel files, PDF files, JSON files, CSV files, we have got separate modules Python is providing for this different files. And for mathematical operations, math module. For statistical operations and for generating graphs, any type of graph we can generate by using Python, like normal graph, bar graphs, histogram, scatter plots, stack plots, right? Any type of graph can be created using Python. And what kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? So mostly used in creation of web applications. So we use framework like Django, right? At a rapid speed, you can develop web application using this Django, right? It has got its own database like SQLite3. It has got its own application server. It's got many flexible features it provides. It will create all the .py files required for your project automatically. And here, for automation applications, Python is also used for automation applications, like using technologies like data science, IoT, and DevOps, where total implementation goes in Python language, right? In all this. And even in big data applications, for huge data storage and processing, we have got big data tools like Spark with Python, PySpark, we say. For scientific applications, we have got CP, Scientific Python. For numerical analysis, we have got NumPy, Numerical Python. For game development, we have got like Pygame, for especially for game development. Python has got separate frameworks it is providing, like Pygame, PyCora, and for 3D games or for 3D rendering libraries, right? We've got like PySoy, and for graphical user interface or for animations, like we have got separate modules Python has got, like tkinter, pyqt, right? For testing or for test cases, and for scheduling tasks. For scheduling tasks, we have got Airflow, and for software development, right? So software developers make use of Python as a support language, and for business application and for developing e-commerce websites, Python is one of the best choice. For database applications, Python can connect with any database, right? Yes. And for networking applications, for audio, video, charting, right? So for networking applications separately, Python providing a framework like Twisted Python. And for web scraping, extracting data from different websites. And for audio and video applications, right? I got like Team Player, C Player, some examples, right? Which already like developed audio and video applications which already got developed using Python, like Team Player, C Player, some example. CAD applications or 3D CAD applications. Yes. And for embedded applications, Raspberry Pi is the most famous embedded application which uses Python computing. And computer vision for color detection, face detection, and for object detection, right? And for data analysis, for robotics. Yes. Yeah, 1 second. and for desktop application. So these are the different applications, right? Using Python, we can create this following applications. And who are using Python today? And topmost applications built using Python, like Google using Python for its web search systems, and Yahoo using Python, YouTube using Python for its video sharing service, Instagram built using Python. The main reason for Instagram for choosing Python is hybrid features and Python practicality, right? And NASA using Python because of this Python multi-programming features used for research and development. Uber using Python, Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest are some applications developed using Python. Netflix. Netflix using Python for security, automation, and subscription related things. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, which uses Python. And Maya, a powerful 3D animation, which uses Python script. BitTorrent using Python for its file sharing service and for hardware testing. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, always they use Python for hardware testing. And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Very less coding we see in Python. And simple syntaxes like the normal English statements. Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. And multi-programming features. Wide varieties of applications. Just now I discussed all those applications and many built-in libraries, 89,300 inbuilt modules, right? So these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. And people from non-programming or zero programming, right? Now just observe this. In today's session, just I will be briefing you Python comparison with other programming and sample examples of Python. Okay. Python comparison, right? Yes. Python comparison with other programming. I'll take a task and I'll implement the task. I'll write that coding in different programming languages. You can just compare the coding, right? Coding wise, length wise, complexity wise, how simple the Python statements, right? Python comparison with other programming. So I'm taking a task and I'll try to implement the task. Accepting two values from the user keyboard. Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. Yes. First, I'll write this just to take two values and performing addition. First, I'll write using Java. Later, I'll show you in Python, right? Just observe this. You've got knowledge on Java, just to go through the following code. Yes. Import java.io.star, right? Class sample. This is the coding in Java. So here, public static void main. So in the case of Python, without any knowledge, so directly you can easily understand every statement of Python. But in other programmings, the statements will be little complex to understand, right? Without any knowledge of this programming. Public static void main. Throws IO exception. So I'm using input stream reader. New input stream reader, right? System dot in. Buffer reader BR equal to new buffer reader. System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Enter the first number, right? Whatever the first number taken as a string format, BR dot read line. Converting this to, okay, integer type. Integer dot parseInt of S1. So enter the first number taken as string format and convert to integer. The same 3 lines I'll repeat for the second number, right? Yes, I'll copy these 3 lines for the second number, right? Enter the second number. Enter the second number, right? Taken as string, convert to integer, right? Integer dot parseInt of S2. Finally saying system dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. Finally saying I plus J. Control S. Compared 5. Okay. So I'm clear. Okay. Just I'll paste it here. Right. Every statement ends with semicolon, right? It's in here in Java. Save it. Control S. A new folder. To just execute it, I'll just go to this bottom search panel. Type CMD to go to command prompt. Say enter. cd slash change your directory to Python 6 a.m. batch. Python 6 a.m. batch. To a Java C compiling sample.java. If there are any errors, to display the errors here. If no errors here, right? And say Java sample. Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20, sum is 30. But I doesn't know like how many of you have understood this code. Looks complex to understand this Java code, right? What is class? What is public static void main? What is IO exception? What is input stream reader? What is buffer reader? System.out.print, enter first number, br.read line, integer.parseInt, enter second number. What is this read line? So you see some complex statements like class, public static, void main, input stream reader, buffer reader, integer.parseInt to understand that. The same task I'll try to implement in Python. Same task I'll try to implement in Python. So here, you got like 10 to 12 lines of code. This 10 to 12 lines of code I'll write in Python, the same task with not more than 3 lines. And that to the 3 lines looks like normal English statements. So just now I'm writing the code in Python, right? Yes. I'll open this Python shell directly. I'll write that code here. This is the Python shell, right? File, new file. Hmm. Okay, fine. Just observe here, right? Just 3 lines. I'm going to write that. First, to add two numbers, first you require x and y values. X equal to, I'm going to input hmm, from the keyboard, enter value of x. Whatever value you are entering, right, will be stored taken by x. Input, enter value of y. Input, enter value of y. Print x plus y. That's it. This is the coding in Python. For the same task what we have seen in Java, this is the coding in Python. Very less coding you see. Simple syntax. Looks like normal English statements. You can easily understand what happening in each statement, like normal English statements. Entering the value of x for the first line, entering the value of y in the second line, print x plus y in the third line. So just like Java, here also, whatever you are accepting from the keyboard, for entering any values taken as a string, we need to typecast to int. Int of, we need to say. Want to add integers, int of, keep everything within this int function. That's it. This is the coding, right? Input, enter value of x. Before assigning the value to x, convert to integer and assign to x. Inputting the value of y before you are assigning to y, first convert to integer and assign. That's it. Save it. Test1.py. Now just run it, run module. Enter value of x 10, value of y 20, sum is 30. Very simple, right? Here, no need to write any complex statements. So just I'll show you one more example, right? One more example. From here, I'll just show you some examples, right? See that Python statements looks like normal English statements. Very simple and easy to understand. Now, I'm taking some list of values 30. I've taken some values, some 5 values, list of values we say, right? Now, I want to print it entire thing. Print x you say. Yes. Print len of x you say. Number of elements, len of x includes the length of x. Length is nothing but the number of elements. How many? 5. I want the sum of 30 plus 10 plus 20 plus 50 plus 40. No need to write any code here in Python like other programmings. Like first, just to say sum of which list? Sum of x. That's it. Sum of all these elements. Print max of x. Print max of x. What is the max value?
50s.
Max of x is 50. Yes. Min of x. Print min of x, right? Yes. Min of x is, yes, 10 it returns. Print. If you want in ascending order, sorted of X arranges all the elements in ascending order. Len of X, 5. Sum of all the elements 150. Max of X. Sum of X 150, max of X 50, min of X 10, and sorted of X arranges all the elements in ascending order. Okay. If you want in descending order, just no need of any. So we'll use the same sorted function only. Sorted of X in ascending. Reverse equal to true. PRUE, right? Sorted of X reverse equal to true. So the ascending, if you reverse it, you will get in descending. That's it. Very simple, right? So if you want to add a new element to this list, X list, to that append, there is a append method, append 60, a new element 60. Now print it. A new element gets added. Run module, right? 60 got added. Yes. If you want to remove an element, X dot remove 40. 40 gets removed. What he got removed. So in this way, yes, the statements. Do you see any complex word or complex statement here? Very simple statements in Python. File, new file. Now, the importance of modules in Python. Just I'll show you some couple of examples, right? What is the importance of module and what we do with it. So commonly used module, I'll take a very small module like import math, dir of math. Import math, dir of math. Directory of math. You can see what is present with, to see what is present within any model of math. All the properties present within the math. E, exponent, floor, gamma, GCD, S, LCM, log, pi, power, sin, h, square root of tan, right? There are some variables like E, there are some variables like pi. You want to print what are their values. Within the math model, math dot pi value I want. Within the math model, math dot E. math.py and math.e. Pi value 3.14, E value 2.71. Okay. For example, there is a functionality, right? Square root. You don't know how to use this function. You don't know how to use it, right? So there is a help function in Python. Just like print function, we have got help function, right? We have got help function. If you want help on what? Within the math model, there is a functionality called square root. It just help you with the general format syntax. Help on built-in function square root in module math. Square root expecting one value x returns the square root of x. Square root expecting one value x returns the square root of x. Square root of x, right? Just provide one value x, it returns the square root of that x. Just say print within the math module. There is a function like square root, provide one value 16. It gives the square root of that 16, right? Just run module. What output it is providing? 4. Similarly, you see any other functionality, right? Help on this POW I want. Help on math.POW. So run module. Help on built-in function power in module math. Power taking two values x comma y, it is returning x to the power of y, x to the power of y. X to the power of y, right? Yes. So just provide two values, it returns x to the power of y, x to the power of y. Just math dot power POW 10 to the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3, right? Yes, check this. 1000. So this double star clearly it is saying returns x to the power. This is the power symbol. X to the power of y. 10 to the power of 3000, right? Yes. So in this way, you can just, for any module, right? You can just see the directory. You can get the help and just you can just explore in this way, right? And also like it is very simple generating graphs in Python. Okay. 10 to the power of 3.3. This is the output. Someone asked a query, right? Can we give float value also? Yes. Okay. So just I'll give you one example. How simple generating graphs in Python. So Just sample example I'm showing you, right? Just understand this, how simple the codings and the importance of modules. Later in our, I'll be discussing, right, in brief. Yes, import, there is a module called matplotlib. Within this, we have got a built-in functionality called pyplot. So just like math module, import math. Every line we have used math, right? Here also every time using this big name in the every line, right? It's too lengthy. So alias name or shortcut name for this P or PLT, right? Now using this PLT, I'm using a plot function, plot it. To plot a graph, you require X coordinate values and you require Y coordinate values, right? X coordinate values and Y coordinate values. Hmm. Okay, just 3 lines. Import the module. For plotting, we require X coordinate and Y coordinate values. Sure. Now a graph is being generated, right? A graph is going to be generated. Just observe this. X coordinate 1, Y is 5. 1, 5. X coordinate 2, Y is 7. 2, 7. 3, 4. 3, 4. Now, I'll just take a task. I'll provide some age values 30, 40, 30, 40, 50, 60 are the age values. And their salaries or incomes. For 30, 30,000. For 40, 40,000. For 50, it's 35,000. For 60, it is 50,000. Yeah, Tushar Chatterjee, right? Tomorrow I'll be discussing about the Python
Yes,
work,
sir.
Python installation,
Correct, sir.
Python
Yeah,
execution, everything,
I,
right? Fine.
I have a problem with the environment in my laptop, so I think that would be helpful.
Tomorrow I'll discuss about
Can,
all this. From
okay,
tomorrow,
sir.
like Python installations, Python versions, Python execution modes, everything.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Just observe this, right? Okay. Ages,
Okay,
age values are given and their incomes, salary values are given, right? Run module. You just do one thing, uninstall Python from your system. Step by step, I'll show you tomorrow. You can do, everyone, you can do parallel along with me, right?
done, sir.
Okay. So hardly it takes 2 minutes to install Python. For downloading and installing Python, hardly it takes 2 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just observe this age values for 30, 30,000, for 40, 40,000, for 50, it is 35, for 60, it is 50,000. So if you see that X coordinates, there is, see, you got a solid graph in blue color. You got a solid graph, but I doesn't want a solid graph. Dotted graph I want. That too I want in different color. Very simple, right? Just after this, you can just give comma and say hyphen for getting in the dotted line format. And the color, whatever you want, you can specify green. Run model. Check this, right? You got dotted line graph. with color green, right? Yes. And I want some label name for the x coordinate and for the y-axis also I want some name and I want some title for this. Very simple, right? Just simple. You can. So generally, yes, matplotlib is a package. Pyplot is a module. Within that model, plot is a function. Package is a collection of modules. Module is a collection of functions. So within this package, this module is an within this module, this function is present. Yes. Okay. Now, I want some labels to the x coordinates and y coordinates like plt dot x-axis label. X-axis label is what? Age. Plt dot y-axis label. Y-axis label. Income. Plt dot title. Run a run module. About age, income. Age and income, right? Yes. Sample graph. X-axis value, y-axis coordinate, and sample graph. So here, just if I say PLOT plot, I'll get normal graph. Instead of this, if I give BAR, bar graph, if I give HIST here, histogram. If I say scatter plot. So depend, yes. Import matplotlib.pyplot, right, as PLT. Just if you want a pie graph to be generated, just observe how simple generating graphs. Without any knowledge of Python, you are able to understand this, right? So do you see any complex statement here? X-axis label, y-axis label, title, and plot x and y coordinates. One more example, right? On this pie graph. Import matplotlib. Yes, I want to analyze how are the sales, mobile sales. The mobiles. I'm taking the mobile names. Mobiles equal to like yes. Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. In August sales. August sales like all Samsung 45, Vivo 10, Oppo 15, OnePlus 25. Yes, oh, OnePlus 30 years. PLT dot a pie graph. A pie graph has to be generated based on August sales. Based on August sales and labels equal to mobiles. That's it. So do you see any complex here? Just mobile names, sales in August, a paragraph based on this August sales and this labels I want. LD dot show. Just save it. Yes. Check this, a pie graph is generates with different colors, right? You can see which has got more cells. Samsung, 45 cells. Next, OnePlus. Next, Oppo with 15. Vivo, right? In this way, we can generate. Generating of graphs is very simple. Even if you see one complex graph, just 1 minute, I'll take a complex graph. For example, if you have got 5 days of holidays, you want to visualize how did you spend your 5 days using a graph. Stack plot, we say, stack plot. Just observe. So import matplotlib.pyplot as name or shortcut name. Days, 5 days. What are the activities like sleeping, eating, working, playing, right? Day 1, 7 hours for sleeping, 2 hours for eating, 7 hours for working, 8 hours for playing. 8 plus 7, 15, plus 2, 17, plus 7, 24. Day 2, 8 hours for sleeping, 3 hours for eating, 8 hours for working. Day 3, day 4, day 5. I want a stack plot. Days as x coordinates and these 4 activities as y coordinates. For this 4, right? I went 4 colors, magenta, cyan, red, black. X label days, Y label hours. Title, some title for it, right? Yes. Run module. Check this. Yes, you will get a stack plot in this way. So here you got a graph, right? Day 1, 7 hours for sleeping, 2 hours for eating, 7 hours for working, 8 hours for playing. Day 2, sleeping, eating, working. Day 3, day 4, day 5. So just I was showing you some examples, right? The coding of Python, how simple it looks. We didn't discuss any basics of Python. From tomorrow, we go with the basics, right? Yes. Tomorrow, just I'll go start with Python versions, Python software foundation, Python installations, Python execution modes. Yes. So this is the course content I'll be discussing, right? Yes. Python, Python basics, Python operations, operators in Python, IDs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections, Python list, Python tuples, sets, dictionaries, yes, functions in Python, modules in Python, packages, errors and exceptions, file handling, object-oriented programming features, regular expressions, database connectivity, Python date and time, OS module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, graphic programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introductory, data science, Python pandas, Python numpy, and matplotlib in brief. And people who want to go for full stack, entire Python full stack, right? Apart from this Python, like Django Python framework of Python, introduction, web frameworks, Django installation, Django project architecture, Django applications creations, Django views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts, and also like web development technologies like UI technologies, right? Like HTML in brief, CSS in brief, JavaScript in brief, right? So yes. Python, where you'll be learning like Python core advanced application oriented modules. What? Yes. So really we'll be spending 70 hours on this, like 2 months it takes on Python core advanced and application oriented modules. Like the fee structure is 6,000 for it, right? Apart from this, people who wants to go for Python full stack. Okay. Web development, you will give knowledge on this web development technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, a part of Bootstrap and Django framework with 15 to 20 applications creations, but hands-on where you'll be doing along with me parallelly for this applications creations and REST API project. Actually, for all this, it takes 50 hours. It also takes 2 months. 70 plus 50, 120 hours. So actually for this web development, the Django framework, REST API, yes. If you want to take the entire package of this Python full stack, it's 12,000, right? Actually for this, it is 8K, 8 plus 16, 14K it is. But if you take the entire package, 12K. We are going separately Python first, later if you go for full stack, it will be like 6 and 8. You're taking the entire package, it's like 12. Right? So here you will be developing applications along with me parallelly, 15 to 20 applications, REST API project, and this. This is what the code structure. So tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link. So I'll be showing you the installations, execution modes, yes, other things. Any queries from your side, anyone? So you'll be getting the videos of it every day. You'll get the videos for all this. What all this for this Python, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django, for all this. Every day the videos you'll be getting. And the soft copy of these notes, assignments and tasks, and a WhatsApp group will be created. Any queries you have got, anyone?
Sir, and at the end, there will be any projects from
Yes,
your
sir.
side?
I said that I written project
Okay.
at the last project.
Okay, and including a basic of Python, the cost is around 10,000, is it?
So here 6,000 for this Python, actually 8,000 for this web development, Django, REST API, and project. 4 things are included here. For these 4 things, it's 8,000. If you are going separately, 6K and 8K. But if you are taking as a package, it's like 12K. So for Python, 6K, and for this web development, 18. Total, it will be like 14. If you take the entire full stack package, it will be like 12K, right? Yes. Yes. So Python used for different environments. So I'll be covering the different models, different environments like data science modules like Python, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and some graphic modules, OS modules, regular expression modules, datetime modules, and how to create our own modules. So by
Okay.
this, you can easily understand how to explore any other modules related to your different domains. Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. So if I'm done with your queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time, using the same link to see more on this. Tomorrow I'll go with the installations execution modes, right? Yes. Fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.